Alright, fire it up. Just do your thing here, bud. Nobody's any better at this than you are. Have fun, take a deep breath.
Give them hell at the end. You like this?
Fight like hell like we do every week. You are the best here. Brett, be affirmative. You told me. Head on.
Info. Ready. Ready. Slow. Green, green. Lock it down, lock it down.
I'm destroyed, and I just got blown through like 6 times by the 14th. What the f*** is he thinking? That is the stupidest thing I've seen in my career. Literally.
Everything you described is accurate. Haven't even finished the second stage yet. Half the field's wrecked.
Hell yeah!
11 got it. Proud of you there, Matt. Good job, pal. Thanks, man. Good job all day. Great work, my man. Great work.
Keep putting yourself in position. We'll win our share, right? We got one back today, brother. Good job.
10-4. Great job, guys.
And welcome back to Race 20. We're at Race 20 already. If you've watched any of my videos, I appreciate you checking it out and joining me on my first inaugural season of Racing in the Draft. And we head to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for Road America. But let's take a look back at last week where Kyle Busch decided to with a broken transmission and shifter, win the race because of fuel mileage. It doesn't happen often, and it's actually kind of cool to watch sometimes, but Kyle Busch ended up getting the win for the POCONO Mountains 350. Let's take a look at the breakdown. Oh, before I forget, make sure you hit like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, so YouTube will share this with others who might find this content interesting, and if you have anybody that likes to play DraftKings and likes to watch NASCAR, make sure you share my video with them. Alright, let's take a look at what happened last weekend for the second race at Pocono. Kyle Busch ended up coming in first and moving up 18 spots. Ended up having the probably pretty good week at 70, or pretty good race at 79.05, leading 30 laps and 19 fast laps, even with a broken shifter. Brad K was the second highest points getter at 65.75 and improved his position by 8 spots, leading 31 laps. So we ended up having, I really hate to say dominators, because leading 30 laps or 31 laps really isn't dominant of a 150 lap race, but they had the most points when it came to potential dominator points. Had one finish position really, and the rest were kind of PD upsides. But the big surprise of the weekend is Daniel Suarez is now in the lead for 8 optimal lineups. Didn't make the second race at Pocono's optimal lineup, but did make the first one. Kyle Larson's solidly in second with 7, and Truex Jr. and Bowman rounding out the top 3. Okay, let's get into the Jockey Made in America 250 at Road of America. So some interesting stats that go along with this race. The Cup cars have not raced, well, Cup cars have never really raced here. So Tim Flock ended up winning the only Cup race, which was the Grand National race, now NASCAR Cup Series race back in 1956. Everybody that is racing in Sunday's race wasn't even born when this race happened, and really only one team is still active, which is Petty Enterprise, when Lee Petty ran in this race. But Tim Flock ended up winning this race, and currently left alive are only 3 drivers that were in that race. Paul Goldsmith, Rex White, and Johnny Allen. Paul Goldsmith is actually 95 years old. I think it'd be really cool if NASCAR actually had those three guys go to the track and give fire engines or Grand Marshal duties for this race. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I doubt it will happen. But maybe. I don't know. I don't know who the Grand Marshal for the race is. But either way, let's get into Road America at Elkhart Lake. It is a road course. It is 4.048 miles in length, 14 turns, and it actually has very similar to the same layout that originally was run in 1956. Of course, times have changed. They've repaved and done some things and made some safer things come out, but this race length is 62 laps. And if I remember correctly, I can look real quick. The first original race for the Cup cars, I think, was also right around 62 laps. The first race here was 63 laps, or 258 miles. So we're pretty close to being about the same distance and same amount of laps as the first original race here in 1956. The race length for Sunday's race is 62 laps. There was only 43.4 Dominator points. So we are definitely not really looking for a Dominator unless one particular person goes out, leads from start to finish, and can grab those 43 points. But I think we'll see some changes at the top. We may or may not see Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott kind of run away with this show, but you never know. So, I mean, it can be crazy not to have one or both of them in your lineups as we get to this breakdown. But 15.5 laps led points and 27.9 fast laps. And the real reason you came here, driver by driver breakdown. Let's get into it here. Chase Elliott, 10,600. We don't know where they're starting because qualifying is not until Sunday morning. So pay attention. I'll try not to repeat myself too many times throughout this video about making sure that you watch qualifying. It will be very important that you do, or at least pay attention to where their starting positions are, because place differential will be probably the biggest factor in setting a winning, cashing, or optimal lineup. But Chase Elliott, qualifying power ranking is number 1 at 10,600. He does have, so what I did was broke down the 3 road courses that we have had at this point so far this year, and I also took in the Sonoma race from 2019 and the Watkins Glen race from 2019. That was probably the most even that I could kind of figure out, because this racetrack is road course is much more similar to a road course and not a roval, as they call it, which is a kind of a road course made from, well, they also race on the oval portion of Charlotte and Daytona and those types of things. So that's what I took. So these wins in their last 5 starts at would include Daytona Road Course, Sonoma, Circuits of America, the 2019 Sonoma, and 2019 Watkins Glen is where I'm getting the majority of my stats for this. But Chase Elliott in those 5 starts has 2 wins, 3 top 10s, 3 top 5, 3 top 10s, and 3 top 20s, a 36.0 DraftKings average, and a 12.4 average finish. Chase Elliott has, so the Xfinity Series has raced 11 different times, or 11 for the last 11 years at Road America. So most of these drivers have had at least 1, if not 4 or 5 starts, and you'll see that in yellow under their names. So Chase Elliott has had 2 Xfinity Road America starts, and he's finished 4th twice. The next set of lines that we have here is total starts on road courses in the Cup Series. So Chase Elliott has 15 total road course starts in the Cup Series and has 6 wins, 8 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and 12 top 20s. Pretty solid road course racer. But we already knew that. Alright, next in line here in pricing, we have Kyle Larson at 10,500. He's coming into the power ranking of 4 pre-qualifying. In the 5 races that we are looking at, he does have the 1 win, which was at Sonoma a few weeks ago. 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and 4 top 20s, a 34.8 DraftKings average, and a 10.2 average finish in those 5 races. He does have 1 Xfinity start at Road of America, and he finished 7th. Total road course starts in Cup is 17, with the 1 win a couple weeks ago, 3 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 11 top 20s. Martin Truex Jr. next in line, 10,300, number 2 on the power ranking, pre-qualifying. Does have 1 win in the 5 races that we're looking at, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s, a 44.2 DraftKings average, and a 10.6 average finish. He doesn't have any starts here at Road of America, and does have 32 total starts on road courses in his Cup career, with 4 wins, 12 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and 23 top 20s. Next in line, Kyle Busch, 10,100, 7th on the power ranking, has no wins in the 5 races that we're looking at, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, 4 top 20s, a 29.9 DraftKings average, a 12.6 average finish. I did not put in yellow here, he is racing in the Xfinity Series on Saturday, so pay attention to how well he does or doesn't do, and that may give us a little bit of indication on what he may be able to do in the Cup race on Sunday. But in his 37 total road course starts, he does have 3 wins to his credit, 12 top 5s, 21 top 10s, and 25 top 20s. Next in line, Joey Logano, 9,800. 6th in the power ranking, and in the last 5 races, no wins, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, 3 top 20s, 35.7 DraftKings average, and 11.0 average finish. In his 29 total road course starts in Cup, he has 1 win, 10 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and 23 top 20s. This will be Joey Logano's first look at Elkhart Lake and Road of America. Be interesting to see how he does. Next in line, we've got Denny Hamlin, 9,700, 3rd in the power ranking. No wins in the last 5, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, and 5 top 20s, a 41.2 DraftKings average, and a 6.6 average finish. Denny seems to always finish very well on road courses, and expect him to probably do the same this week. In his 35 total starts on road courses, he has 1 win, 10 top 5s, 17 top 20s, 17 top 10s, and 25 top 20s. Next in line, Denny Hamlin has never started at a race at Road of America. William Byron, next in line, 9,400, 14th on the power ranking this week, pre-qualifying. Doesn't have any win in the last 5 or at all on a road course. Only 2 top 20s, a 9.6 DraftKings average, a 23.8 average finish, but he's having an exceptional year so far, so I expect those stats to probably improve greatly this Sunday. And Xfinity does have 1 Road of America start where he finished 6th, has 11 total Cup starts on road courses, and 4 top 10s and 6 top 20s. Next in line, Ryan Blaney, 9,200, 12th on the power ranking, and in the last 5 road courses that we're looking at, has no wins, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 5 top 20s. 35.5 DraftKings average, 10th place average finish, and has 1 Xfinity start at Road of America where he finished 2nd. He does have 1 win in his Cup career on road courses out of 15 starts, with 4 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and 12 top 20s. Next in line, the road course ringer AJ Allmendinger is back for another appearance. He did have a optimal lineup in the road course at Daytona, so expect AJ to potentially do fairly well here in the Cup car. 9,000, fifth on the power ranking, has 2 starts out of the 5 races that I looked at. No wins, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 2 top 20s. 53.2 DraftKings average out of those 2 starts, and a 6th place average finish. He has raced at Road of America 3 times with 1 win, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s, and out of his 23 total Cup road course starts, he does have 1 win, 4 top 5s, 12 top 10s, and 18 top 20s. Expect AJ to do fairly well. This is one of his favorite tracks of all the road courses. At least that's what he said in an interview. I didn't talk to him personally, but saw that on an interview. Thought it was quite interesting. Kurt Busch, 8,800, next in line. 9th on the power ranking this week. No wins in the last 5 road courses that we looked at. 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, and 4 top 20s. A 38.6 DraftKings average and a 12th place average finish. He does have 1 Xfinity start here at Road America, and he finished 8th in that race. He has 44 total Cup road course starts. Does have 1 win to his credit, and 14 top 5s, 25 top 10s, and 34 top 20s. Okay, next in line, next grouping here, Kevin Harvick, 8,600, 10th on the power ranking this week. And out of the 5 races we are looking at, he has no wins, no top 5s, 3 top 10s, 3 top 20s, a 30.4 DraftKings average, a 15.6 average finish. He is racing Saturday in the Xfinity Series to get some knowledge on the track and maybe potentially finish well. Out of the 45 total road courses starts that he has 2 wins to his credit, 11 top 5s, 24 top 10s, and 37 top 20s. Brad Keselowski next in line, 8,500, 11th on the power ranking this week. No wins in the 5 races that we're looking at. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 5 top 20s. A 33.1 DraftKings average, a 15.6 average finish. He does have 1 Xfinity start at Road America, and that gave him a 4th place finish. 27 total road course starts in Cup. Does not have a win, but does have 7 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and 22 top 20s. Next in line, Austin Cindric, 8,300, 15th on the power ranking. Does have 1 start, and that was at the road course at Daytona, and he finished 25th, giving him a negative 4 DraftKings average because he lost positions from his starting position. PD upside or PD downside. Austin does have 4 Xfinity starts at Road America, and out of those 4 starts, he does have 1 win, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 3 top 20s, and has that 25th place finish in his 1 Cup start. Next in line here, Alex Bowman, 8,100, 8th on the power ranking this week. No wins in road courses in the Cup Series, but in the last 5 that we looked at, he has 3 top 10s and 5 top 20s, a 38.2 DraftKings average, and an 11th place average finish. He does have 1 road course start at Road America, and he finished 24th in that race. 15 total Cup starts on road courses with 2 top 5s, 7 top 10s, 11 top 20s. Next in line, Christopher Bell, $8,000, 18th on the power ranking, and out of the last 5 races we are looking at, it doesn't fit, but he has 3 starts on those races. Does have 1 win to his credit, so 1 win, 1 top 5, 1 top 10, 1 top 20. 17.5 DraftKings average and a 21st place average finish. Has 3 starts in Xfinity at Road America, where he has 1 win and 2 top 20s. He is racing in this is the first driver that we've come across that is racing in the Trans Am race on Sunday morning, along with a couple others that we'll get to as we go through this breakdown. But has 5 total road course starts to his for his history in Cup, and 1 win, and that 1 win equated to 1 top 5, 1 top 10, 1 top 20. Next in line here, Ross Chastain, 7,900, 19th on the power ranking, and out of those 5 races that we are reviewing, has no wins, but 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, a 22.2 DraftKings average, and a 22.0 average finish. He does have 5 Xfinity starts at Road America, with 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s. He has started 8 different times on road courses in the Cup car, and has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s. Next in line here, Tyler Reddick, 7,800, 28th on the power ranking. Highlighted in yellow here. Be careful with picking any of Tyler Reddick. Has 3 starts in the last 5 that we are reviewing. 0 top 5s, 1 top 10, 2 top 20s with a 12.8 DraftKings average and a 16.8 average finish. 2 Xfinity starts here at Road America with a top 5, and I can't remember what the other one was, but so 1 top 5, 1 top 10, 1 top 20. 5 total road course starts to his record in Cup, with no top 5s, 1 top 10, 4 top 20s. Michael McDowell, 7,600, 16th this week in the power rankings. No top 5s in the tracks that we're reviewing for this race. 2 top 10s, 3 top 20s, a 25.9 DraftKings average, a 16.8 average finish. He does have 5 Xfinity starts at Road America with 1 win. I think it's actually his only Xfinity win. Came at Road America, so that gives him 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 3 top 20s, and his Xfinity record at Road America. His 21 total Cup starts on road courses equates to 0 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and 11 top 20s. Next in line, Chris Buescher, 7,500, 17th this week in the power rankings. 5 top 20s in the 5 race road courses that we were looking at to compare. 32.7 DraftKings average and a 13.8 average finish. Not bad, Mr. Buescher. 2 Xfinity starts here with 1 top 10 and 2 top 20s. His 16 total Cup starts on road courses has 1 top 5, 1 top 10, and 13 top 20s. So he's pretty consistent with finishing in the top 20. Next in line, Matt DiBenedetto, Matty D, 7,300, 21st in the power ranking. And out of the 5 road courses we are using, has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 2 top 20s, 27.0 DraftKings average, 21.4 average finish. 3 Xfinity starts at Road America with only 1 top 20. So Matty D's usually pretty good at road courses, so I guess he learned something after his Xfinity stint. 17 total road courses in the Cup car, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 6 top 20s. So I guess Matty D's not that great on road courses. Michael McDowell is, though. So if you're trying to choose between the two, pay up a little bit and go with Michael McDowell or Chris Buescher. All right, our next grouping here, Cole Custer, 7,200. And this guy should stay out of thunderstorms because he'd get struck by lightning not once but twice. Cole Custer racing at SHR Stewart-Haas Racing, who has just had, between him and Eric Almirola, just an abysmal year compared to last year. 32nd in the power ranking, 2 top 20s in the 5 road courses we are reviewing. For the stats, 13th place, 13.0 DraftKings average, and a 23rd average finish. does much better in the Xfinity car. Out of his 3 Xfinity starts at Road America, he has 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, and 3 top 20s. 5 total road course starts in Cup Series. He does have no top 5s, 1 top 10, and 3 top 20s. Eric Almirola, $7,000, his teammate at SHR, who seems to be improving a little bit this year. So maybe start to look at maybe taking some Eric Almirola depending on where he qualifies this Sunday at Road America. But out of the 5 road courses we were looking at, he has 0 top 5s, 1 top 10, and 3 top 20s, a 27.8 DraftKings average, 18.2 average finish. He does have 1 Xfinity start at Road America with a 22nd place finish. He started 22 times in the Cup car on road courses with no top 5s, 2 top 10s, and 11 top 20s. Austin Dillon, $6,800. Once again, we don't know these guys' starting spots, so pay attention to qualifying on Sunday morning before setting and locking your lineups. 26th on the power ranking, pre-qualifying. Out of the 5 races we've been looking at, no top 5s, no top 10s, 2 top 20s, 13.4 DraftKings average, 22.8 average finish. Has started twice here in the Xfinity car and has 1 top 10, 2 top 20s. He is racing in the Trans Am race Sunday morning, so pay attention to how well he does there. May give us a little bit of clue on to what he may do on Sunday afternoon. 18 total Cup starts on road courses with 8 top 20s. Alright, next in line we have Chase Briscoe, 6,700, 27th on the power ranking. Once again, highlighted in yellow. Make sure you're paying attention to the yellow and red outlined boxes. Those are guys you want to be very, very careful about putting in your lineup, and probably recommend it not putting them in your lineup. But it still, once again, goes back to how they qualify. All these power rankings are pre-qualifying ranks. 6,700 for Chase Briscoe, has 1 top 10 and 2 top 20s out of his 3 total Cup starts. 29.3 DraftKings average and 18.3 average finish. He has 2 Xfinity starts at Road America with 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. Next in line here, Eric Jones, 6,600. Actually does really well at road courses, and the stats will back that up. Out of the 5 races that we were looking at for comparison, he does have 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, and 5 top 20s, a 46.5 DraftKings average, 10.6 average finish. Does have 1 Xfinity start and he finished 21st, but 13 total road course starts in the Cup car with 3 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 10 top 20s. Next in line, Daniel Suarez, 6,500. And congratulations to Justin Marks, his owner, and Trackhouse Racing ended up buying Chip Ganassi Racing this week. So Daniel Suarez has locked himself into what looks to be probably a really powerhouse team next year. And either Kurt Busch or Ross Chastain will probably fill out the second seat in that organization, leaving one guy out. Probably, if I'm a betting guy, which I kind of am since I do DraftKings and do some betting, I think it'll probably end up being Ross Chastain, with Kurt Busch potentially going to a second car at 23:11. But back to what you came for. Daniel Suarez, 6,500, 20th in the power ranking, and out of the 5 tracks we're looking at, 4 top 20s, 20.8 DraftKings average, 19.0 average finish. 2 Xfinity starts for Daniel, and has 1 top 5, 1 top 10, 1 top 20. 13 total Cup starts on road courses with 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, and 9 top 20s. Next in line, Ryan Newman, 6,300. 23rd in this week's power ranking, and out of the 5 tracks we're looking at, he has 1 top 10, 2 top 20s, a 25.8 DraftKings average, 21.8 average finish. He will be running in the Trans Am race also on Sunday, so maybe pay a little bit of attention to how well that goes to see if Ryan will be somebody worth taking this week. All right, next in line, Ryan Priest, 6,100, 24th on the power ranking this week. And out of the 5 tracks we're looking at, he has a 1 top 10 and 2 top 20s, a 21.0 DraftKings average, 22.2 average finish. Does have 1 Xfinity start where he finished 11th, has 6 total road course starts with 1 top 10 and 3 top 20s. Next in line, Bubba Wallace, $6,000, 31 on the power ranking this week. Highlighted in red. Be careful taking Bubba Wallace this weekend. Even though he has that team, it really seems to be starting to turn the corner. I don't know if the road course is the right time to jump into Bubba Wallace. But 1 top 20, 13.2 DraftKings average, and a 26.6 average finish. Out of the 5 races we are comparing for some of the stats, 18 total Cup starts with only 1 top 20 on road courses. Does have 2 Xfinity starts at Road America with 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s. Next in line, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 5,900, highlighted in yellow. Be careful. Warning, warning, warning. 29th power ranking, and has 2 top 20s, 12.5 DraftKings average, and a 22.6 average finish in those 5 races we're using for comparison. Does have 3 Xfinity starts here, and only 1 top 10, 2 top 20s. 20 total road course starts for Ricky Stenhouse, and no top 5s, no top 10s, but 11 top 20s. Only half the time he finishes in the top 20 on road courses. Doesn't mean that's going to be what happens this weekend, but probably a pretty good indication. Next in line, Ty Dillon. Actually, this might be my favorite paint scheme of the weekend, Lure Lock. It's a really cool lock, or lures for fishing. So welcome back to Ty Dillon. Hopefully he can finish well and get himself a ride either in Xfinity or Cup for next year. But the stats we go, has 4 starts in those 5 races we were talking about, has only 1 top 20, a 28.3 DraftKings average, a 24.3 average finish, 12 total Cup starts with 4 top 20s. Ty has started 3 Xfinity races at Road America with 1 top 10 and 3 top 20s. Anthony Alfredo, 5,600, 30th on the power ranking, 3 total Cup starts on road courses with no top 20s, 28.3 DraftKings average, and a 23.7 average finish. Next in line, Corey LaJoie. That should be highlighted in red, not yellow, being 36th, but 5,400, 2 top 20s in his 9 total Cup starts, and only 2 in the 5 that we are comparing. 6.8 DraftKings average and a 27th place average finish. So unless Corey LaJoie goes out and qualifies 40th or something, I probably won't have any interest in Mr. LaJoie. Justin Haley, 5,300, will be back in the Cup car after his just tremendously hard wreck in the Xfinity series at POCONO. But 39th on the power ranking this week. That had no effect to what the power ranking shows, but even more so, 39th in the power ranking, 3 starts, 3.7 DraftKings average, a 32.7 average finish. Is racing in the Xfinity car on Saturday, didn't list that on here, and has 2 Xfinity starts at Road America with 1 top 10, 2 top 20s. Next in line, James Davison, who's supposed to be a road course ringer, but as we look at the stats for him, being 33rd in the power ranking, no top 20s, a 25.0 DraftKings average, 25.7 average finish. and 3 Xfinity starts at Road America with 1 top 10, 2 top 20s. I'm not sure he's a road ringer, just looking at stats. Kyle Tilley, somebody who we don't really see a whole lot of. He's kind of supposed to be a road course ringer also, but has 1 cup start where he finished 31st. So, probably not interested in Mr. Tilley. Josh Bilicki, next in line, 4,900. 37th on the power ranking, and 9.3 DraftKings average, 31.8 average finish, 5 Xfinity starts with 3 top 20s. I'm going to kind of power through these. Cody Ware, 4,600, 34th in the power ranking. He is going to race in a Corvette on Sunday morning and has raced Indy cars here at Road America. Remember, those cars handle completely different. Braking zones are completely different. I think I saw a tweet earlier where Bob Popkris had talked to Cody, and Cody was thinking he was going to have to back the braking zone up by at least 400 or more feet. So it's going to be a little bit of learning curve, even though he does know and understand the track. Hopefully at this point, most of these guys do, because sim racing is big. So next in line, Quinn Hoff, 4,500, 38th on the power ranking, 36.7 average finish. It'd be crazy to take him, but hey, what do I say? And finally, Ryan Eversley, 4,700, was a late addition to the DraftKings pricing. Not sure when that got put in there, because this afternoon's when I did most of my stat work, and he was not in the DraftKings lineup catalog. And when I looked tonight before I went live, he was there. So I don't have any stats for him. I'm not taking him either way. I went and looked at his history, and he really hasn't even raced anything since 2018. So, not going there also. So we've got a big question mark. You've got to go and make sure that you pay attention to qualifying before setting your lineups for this race. As if not, you might as well throw darts at this thing. Which may be a little bit of what you need to do anyways, because this road course is very tough. It's very long. The corners are very tight. The braking has many different braking zones with lots of passing opportunities, but it also, just watching practice this afternoon for Xfinity, there were a lot of cars driving off the track. So they'll get a hold on it, but just because you can keep it on the track doesn't mean you're going to do well. So let's take a look at some of the optimal lineups in the past for this past year at Daytona Road Course and Sonoma. I've left Circuits of the America, COTA, off of this list, purely for the fact because it really wasn't a race. It was a deluge of rain, and who actually had the best boat, which was Chase Elliott. So for comparison reasons, I left that off. At the Daytona Road Course, we didn't really have a dominator, as you can see, which could be something that we very much see out of this race. It was mostly about place differential and finishing positions. Of course, it's much more similar to what we're going to see Sunday is Sonoma. Very tight, some pretty high-end straightaways with pretty severe braking points, where we saw Kyle Larson just dominate the field. As you can see, 57 laps led. So we had 1 dominator and 5 place differentials. So if that's any key to what we need to be doing here, we need to be looking at place differentials, maybe potentially a dominator. So I don't have any breakdown because we haven't had qualifying on who those place differential guys should or might be. So pay attention to qualifying. That will be a big indication, and using the power rankings pre-qualifying. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to my breakdown of race 20. And if you've been around for a while, thank you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Hey, leave me a comment. Let me know who you're going to take this week, and let me know if you made it to the end of this broadcast. I appreciate it, have a great weekend. Happy July 4th. Happy birthday, America. And have fun this weekend. Enjoy the racing. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Get a good deep breath. Get ready to roll here. Only about one thing tonight, getting the W's, so gotta be around the end to do that. Get ready to roll tonight, boys. Let's go have some fun.
Don't get me any more fired up than I already am.
All the way to the checker. You're fine. Nobody's got to run. Checker time, baby!
Hell yeah!
Proud of you there, Matt. Good job, pal. Thanks, man. Good job all day. Great work, my man. Great work.
Keep putting yourself in position, we'll win our share, right? We got one back today, brother. Good job.
Great job, guys. Excellent work, my man. Excellent work. Thank you.
Man, that's awesome. Set out with a goal, we got it here, bud. Thank you very much.
Really proud of you, man. Drove your butt off tonight. We had the fastest car here, bud.
Probably killed our deal there. Just feel like I gave one away. Yeah, boys! Way to rebound! Great job!
Great job, bud. Really good job. Appreciate you hanging in there with us all weekend.
What a weekend. Good job. Thank you.